doing Facebook today? No.
I have no battery.
No.
I guess I could though. You know, it's just plug it in. We're live though.
What's going on, live people? About to get started. I want like a introductory phrase. I gotta start working on that.
Introductory phrase.
Yeah. You know, Charlamagne got the yo-yo-yo-yos.
Right.
And you know, I just want like what's cracking YouTubers? I don't know. School's in session.
Don't turn anything off. Worked really hard to get that.
Don't.
No, it doesn't fit anywhere.
It's too
wide.
Maybe this once my computer needs charge, I got to. All right, but I'm good. I can't be there for a while. My 64. All right, let's do it. We are back at it once again. It is the Academy Sports Show, listening live in your radio devices, your phones, your tablets, online on YouTube, rewatching the show. However you're listening to us, thank you. If you're watching us, shalom, hello, how are you? We appreciate you.
What up, though?
As always, the modes to get to us is always the same. Instagram, Facebook, best ways to get in contact with Academy Sports Show to get that update on what we're going to talk about, or if things change, or if you want to present a topic or anything of that nature, or if you want to get a hold of us for sponsorship, or you just want to say hello, it is Gmail, Academy Sports Show, 2S's at gmail.com. So let us know what's on your mind that way. As well as if you're listening in SoundCloud, please rate our faces, like our faces, promote our faces by sharing it, as well as iTunes, that Purple Podcast app. Go find our faces, Academy Sports Show, like it, rate it, love it, and share it. Tell everybody this is my favorite sports show, because we are your sports show, favorite sports show. I'm your host, Andre Douglas, and next to me is your host, Joel Williams.
What is good? What's going on, man? What up, though? It's Thursday in the D. It's hot. Somebody help us. It's hot, and it's only going to get hotter this weekend. Welcome, everybody, to the Academy Sports Show Live, or to those of you out in podcast land. Tonight, we got a nice little show ahead. A little bit to talk about. It's the middle of the summer. So, because this is the middle of the summer, we got to find things. We working. We trying to really pull it out. So, we got some things to discuss tonight. We're interested, as always, to hear your opinion. Share alike, because we will talk back to you when you talk to us. In the NBA, we're going to rank the top 5 duos in the NBA currently. So we're going to talk a little bit about their new power couples, as you could say. All right, new power couples in the NBA. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Also, a little college football, just dabble a little bit in it. Just wet your whistle a little bit, because we are only, ladies and gentlemen, a couple weeks away from the beginning of the journey for most, yes. Which is the beginning of the football season as we know it. Training camp starts for us on August 5th, starts for most high schools pretty soon. A lot going on. So with that, we're going to talk a little college football tonight. Does Harbaugh come across kind of petty for his recent quote about Urban Meyer? And little NFL heat for you. First Take had a segment about the Lions today. Is that exciting?
Yo, when I saw it up there, I was like, look at the Lions getting some shine. And then I saw the headlines, like, okay. The normal topic.
So we're going to discuss, is Matt Stafford overrated? We will give our answers today, especially this guy, the resident expert that is the Lions fan, as you know, forward down the field, Dre himself. So that and much, much more. As you know, we always respond to comments. So make sure you comment in the live feed. Make sure you share your thoughts. Make sure you respond to us because we will respond to you. We have some great dialogue tonight on the Academy Sports Show Live.
All right, and we love our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show. Forget it cracking. We gotta plug the people that support us. Again, academysportsshow@gmail.com if you want to be in this section of the show, because we love our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show. And one of our main sponsors is, first, let me fix this so then the sponsors can be a part of the podcast. There we go. We love our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show. One of our sponsors being Vaughn's Plumbing. Both licensed and insured, Vaughn's Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices, whether it's just getting up the cold, waterproofing, or just daily home services. Call the man.
313-304-7786.
VaughnsPlumbing.com also gives you a website of the map of the places that they service around Michigan, Illinois, Ohio. If you're in that area and your pipes are clogged, you want to call Vaughn's Plumbing. The number is
313-304-7786.
That man right there is the real MVP.
Most valuable plumber. Also, don't forget, are you looking to buy, sell, rent, lease, or invest in real estate? Or maybe you're just looking for a career change. If you are, you need to call my man Nick Bowers and his team at Keller Williams Lakeside. You want to let the home team help you with your real estate needs. Go to their website at www.thehometeamusa.com or on Facebook at The Home Team. The Home Team, a team you can depend on. Call Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. Again, that's Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. KW Lakeside, the home team. And big shout out to Nick Bowers, because I told y'all it was hot in the D. I got home last night and my AC went out. Thank you, Nick Bowers.
Know somebody that knows somebody.
Know somebody that knows somebody. It's always good to know people. So big shout out to Nick Bowers and his team, because they know a bunch of people. And thankfully, they knew somebody that can get over here to my house this morning and fix my air. Man, am I thankful. Thank you, Nick Bowers. Also, new sponsor alert. New sponsor alert. New sponsor alert. Listen up, new sponsor alert. Listen, you having some aches, some pains, a little sore. You know, it's that time of year where it's hot. We just necks hurting. Getting old. I'm 40 now. This is what you want to do. Contact Be Well Integrative Massage Specialists. They specialize in therapeutic massages, integrating the mind, body, and spirit. You want to check them out online at www.choose2bewell.com. Again, that's www.choose2bewell.com for the list of various services and prices, or call for appointments at 313-472-5048. Again, that's 313-472-5048. Be Well Integrative Massage, where we specialize in the therapeutic. Check them out. Be Well. What's up, Be Well? Be Well.
My neck, it got like, it's All right, so you heard Joel. He gave you the rundown of today. Like you said, light week in sports. You know, we're gonna have a lot more coming for you guys in the following weeks, because you know camp is starting to open up in the football realm. Get these lists out, these top fives, these who you gots. You know, we sprinkle in some fantasy stuff every once in a while. College football is around the corner. I just saw ESPN's tweet, 50 days until the NFL
50
season kicks off. You know, they always got to incorporate it. So they got Pat Mahomes 50 touchdowns.
Let's go.
So
50
days until NFL kicks off. Summer League just ended for the NBA. So right now, everything's calmed down on that end.
That really wasn't exciting.
It wasn't?
No, one game. I want to see Zion play. That was it.
That was it.
After that, I didn't turn something.
It wasn't even a full game.
It wasn't even full.
It's like a half.
It's a half. And I haven't watched Summer League since. I'm sorry, they haven't gotten me there.
Well,
now, I would go and watch it.
Oh, okay.
I would definitely go and watch it if I were in Vegas at the time.
Okay.
But yeah.
One thing, RJ Barrett struggled, and then he didn't. Right? He had 2 games where he was completely horrendous.
Yep.
And then he bounced back the last couple games. So, shout out to RJ Barrett.
Oh, I got scared.
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't normally happen.
And then they had this dude, Jackson, somebody from the Pelicans, just absolutely murdered this guy. Like, passed under Christ.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I saw that.
But other than that, yeah, it wasn't. Summer League was kind of whack this year. I remember in Lonzo's draft, we actually watched a little more summer games. He had a couple triple doubles, MVP, stuff like that. So, but this year, John Moran didn't play. They held him out. Some of the other big names didn't play. And Mike Krzyzewski actually made headlines saying that Zion shouldn't have played. In the first place.
Saying his body's not right.
Yeah. Like he'd been out, wheeling and dealing, going to the ESPYs.
You think they pay people to like say stuff at random times so you can have storylines? It's like that's all we do in the summer is just have these random storylines.
I think that's a coach still protecting his kid. That's
gosh. What up, E?
But
you missed the advertisement.
Yeah, my neck.
My neck and my back.
My neck and my back. All right, so let's kick it off though. We got a brand new NBA to look forward to in the fall. So the best duos actually came up a couple times. So now we got all these pairings, right? We got pairings in the East, we got pairings in the West. Actually, right when we were leaving this show, another pair was made with Russell Westbrook and James Harden. So
you like to see our reaction to that? Go back to last week's show.
That was
on YouTube right now.
That was pretty great. So let's dive into that. What are your top 5 duos going into this season?
At number 1,
you starting at the top.
Let's start at the top. I think it's easier to go from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
At number 1 for me, the best duo in the NBA.
Put your duos in the chat.
Now, yes. Football talk's coming later. The best duos in NBA right now. So, and this is not health withstanding, right? This is like just based on everybody's 100%. Yeah. Okay. I like to start at number 1. I like. Who do I like?
Oh, okay.
We're having technical difficulties. Oh. No, we're not having technical difficulties. We're not having technical difficulties.
I don't know what just happened.
It keeps timing out. Maybe you might just keep moving your mouse.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. All right. Number 1 duo for me.
Number 1.
LA Clippers.
The Clippers.
PG and Kawhi right now. Are my best duo in basketball.
Best duo.
I like
in basketball. Okay.
I like what they bring on both sides of the ball.
Okay.
Defensively and offensively. I like what they bring to the table. I think they can both take over a game. They can both carry a team. And I think they are a nice complement to each other because PG has no issues, as we already know, from getting a season of him in Oklahoma City. We know PG has no issues with being the second guy.
Okay.
I think PG has a great second guy mentality.
So your number 1 duo in the league
is
PG and Kawhi.
PG and Kawhi right now. I think that's just a match made in heaven. Match made in heaven. Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2.
Who should be number 1 is.
I'm not. I hope you're not. Are you waiting for me to say LeBron and AD? No. No.
Yeah,
my number 2.
Different kind of cat.
Yeah, my number 2 is going to be Kyrie and KD.
You're on this net train hard. It's nauseating. It's nauseating how hard you're on this net train.
Well, I'm just saying, bro.
Oh, God.
All right. So that's my number 2. I like offensively. To me, I like the steadiness. So your pacer, Kevin, he's going to be the pace guy. and he's going to be the dominant guy. To me, he's the alpha male over there. All right, over Kyrie. Because Kyrie's already proven
Kevin Durant ain't never been an alpha
but
male.
Kyrie's not going to be that guy.
Day in his career.
Kyrie's not going to be the alpha male. I just don't see it happen. All right.
Alpha male and Kevin Durant.
I think Kevin Durant's going to lead that team, be the number one guy. Number 3 for me is going to be AD and LeBron. It's going to be AD and LeBron. This is tough for me. And I want to be clear when I say this because I feel like somebody's going to attack me for this.
Oh,
but
somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, when AD was in New Orleans, like I like what he was doing, and I liked it. To me, he is a top 10 player.
Mm-hmm.
But it just didn't feel like. Remember, I was talking about like all that hype around, like where's he gonna go? And I kept saying like, but like he ain't really. To me, I didn't feel like he had really done deservedly that much to like get all this hype about. Oh my God, AD to LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, it felt like it had to be. It was like LeBron, AD, and somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, I needed somebody else to really make me feel real strong about the whole AD thing. I want to be wrong. Like to me, power forward, top 10 easily, and player. I mean, the guy put up what he gave the Pistons 50 something, 70 something.
Like
okay,
70.
It felt like 70 something, right? So he definitely, he's a top 10 guy.
Okay.
LeBron is. I'm not ready to dethrone him as not being the best player in the league yet either. That pairing to me, it just still don't scream like automatic for me. Like I don't feel automatic. Like to me, they're going back to the playoffs. Good chance to be in the Western Conference Finals to me. But I'm not surprised if I look up and Denver is in the conference finals against the Clips. I'm not surprised if I look up and Portland might still be there. Like the West is for real low. So to me, that's the pairing. That's number 3 for me. Number 4. Who am I? Why am I forgetting a pairing? Because I know I want to put at 5. What pair am I forgetting? I know I want to because I want to put Harden and Westbrook last.
Okay.
On my list at 5. So who am I missing?
Splash Bros.
Oh, if healthy, my bad. Yeah. Yep. Splash Bros at 4. And to me, the Harden and Westbrook thing is got a chance to be a complete disaster. Like these two, like for the sake of NBA, like enjoying next year, I'm watching everything, right? Because I want to see if it works. And it has the greatness potential to just be like off the chain. But to me, that's the most volatile pairing of them all. Like 2 guys that literally want the ball all the time.
Yeah.
With a coach that can't force anything to happen on the floor.
Yeah.
Like that, and then with a bunch, the rest of the guys are a bunch of just like maulers. Like, I don't know what that's about to be in Houston.
I don't know.
But to me, if I gotta respect them at 5 because that's 2 of the top guards in the game.
Over CJ and Dame?
Yeah, CJ and Dame come in at 6 for me because CJ and Dame, like, okay, y'all got there, but like they out cold, but you've been so used to them losing to the Warriors every year. This was that first year where you're like, yes, finally.
Okay.
But CJ and Dame to me right now against Russ and Harden, man, nah, I gotta go Russ and Harden at 5 right now.
Okay.
But that's got the potential to be a powder. I mean, that's a powder keg, bro. Way to explode.
Boom!
That's way to explode. So that's my 5. Splash is at 4 with healthy. To me, I can't wait till he gets healthy again. Like really, in 2 years, bro, the NBA's gonna go.
Yeah,
because everybody's healthy.
I feel like
I can't wait.
I feel like you.
I'm riding the next train.
You riding the next train, and it's real annoying. I'm sorry if this podcast is gonna be real choppy in the beginning. You ride the next train really hard, and also
it's really annoying.
You really disrespectful to the Splash Bros. Because one, you forgot them until you just you didn't just talk about them at all.
Clay hurt. They're at 4. Yeah.
Okay, you disrespectful.
When they come back though, I hope they come back with a chip on their shoulder. I really do. I hope they come back with that mindset, like, oh, y'all thought we was finished.
Yeah.
I do hope to see that.
Yeah. I want them. Like, it's come full circle to me with Golden State now, like that they by themselves without KD. Like
You feel different about him, don't you?
I've never been a Steph fan. Like I don't really like Steph Curry like
Right.
that. He doesn't appeal to me, but I'm a Clay fan. I like Clay has grown on me. Like his awkwardness. I love his awkwardness and just like his role on the team. Like he's the utility guy. Like Draymond's a utility guy, but he's really like 3-and-D. I do everything, and I can give you 60 and a half. Like, like
40 and a quarter.
Right, I respect that. So like Clay's really grown on me. So I really do hope he get his. He got the cheddar now. Like go get the buckets and just keep competing. But I'm gonna go reverse. At number 5, I have. Now this is before your list. I got it already, so don't think like I'm just reacting off your list.
Okay.
But number 5, I got Kyrie and KD. Because you got questions about Russ and Harden. I got questions about these two.
You do?
Because who you get a ball at clutch time? Kyrie is the clutch guy. Like he wants the clutch shot. KD thinks he's the clutch guy. Well, I would say he's the clutch guy too. He's made big shots. But not as the man. That's another guy on the team. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think they're going to fight about it, though?
I don't think they're going to fight. Who makes that shot? Who takes that shot? Especially if they do what you think they're going to do this year with just Kyrie, and then Kevin gets inserted into that. Kyrie, man, I carried him for a year. We got to Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern semifinals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been taking this shot for a year now, and then you come in 70%. 80%, and you think you want to take that shot. It just has the most potential for me for the most friction. And
wow.
And
over Harden.
Yeah, I think this guy it can go because Kyrie is a different.
So passive.
He's a different person, and KD's a different kind of guy. They got type B personalities where they really just don't. I don't see how they got together.
I think they talked about it.
It's just weird. Like I don't think they're friends. Like they're just. It's a weird pairing to me. It's
you're
super,
really riding.
It's them hard. It's an awkward pairing.
You're riding them hard. You're hard on the net.
No,
I'm soft on them. You're hard.
I think I'm going pretty much parallel for what I said last week. It's just real awkward to me. They just like, and for the simple fact that KD wanted to go to the Knicks, but Kyrie made him go to the Nets. It's like you never talked to the Nets, but you just signed with the Nets off of Kyrie's humble. It's like you still don't make me feel like you're your own dude yet. Like you just went with him because he went there and you didn't want to go to the Knicks. Like you really wanted to go to the Knicks. Kyrie didn't want to go to the Knicks, so you went where Kyrie wanted to go. Like you never met anybody at Brooklyn, but you just went there.
His doctor is
yeah, but like you didn't meet the coach, the GM, nothing. You just say, "Oh, Kyrie."
How do you know that?
That's what they said.
Oh, I hate the media.
It just seems awkward.
Everybody's got their opinions.
It's an awkward pairing. They're two awkward guys, and Kyrie gets a year to exact his dominance, and then Kevin has to assimilate when he's the better player, and it just seems weird to me.
Okay.
So I'll put them at number 5.
We're talking top 5 duos in the NBA right now. Put your list in the live feed. Don't forget, if you're in my live feed on Facebook, going to be shutting it down. So you got to go over to YouTube. Look us up on YouTube, Academy Sports Show Live. Jump into that live feed. We are live on YouTube right now. Tell us who are your top 5 duos, all health considered. So if everybody was healthy, if everybody's healthy, who are your top 5 duos in the NBA right now?
Right. Honorable mention, CJ, Dame Dollar. Honorable mention, Jokic, Murray. But, those guys ain't quite there yet.
Yeah.
They're not quite there. So my number 4 was Russell and Harden.
I expect that. All right.
So my number 5
is your
number 2. My number 4 is my number 5.
Powder keg.
So
this is the most volatile situation, sir. This is worse than Kyrie and then Kyrie and KD.
I think it's harder when 2 guards get together to play with. Like if it's a guard and a big wing and a big wing and a guard, it's a little easier to try to figure out. But you got two ball dominant guards, like you said.
Right.
It's gonna be hard to figure out, and the coaching staff isn't the strongest to the points that you create.
Horrible.
But I have them at number 4 instead of 5. Because I think it's a 50-50 toss-up. Well, this is going to be a dumpster fire that you just want to watch, or they going to do some goon stuff over it.
Right.
It's going to be mad.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm leaning 51% towards that one.
The goon stuff?
The goon stuff.
Okay.
So I want to see the goon stuff. Unfortunately, they just got to change the way they play. But D'Antonio's been on record already saying he ain't changing nothing, which is really disheartening.
So what does that mean?
So I don't know. The main thing that Russell needs to do is he needs to develop his 3-point shot. Because if Harden is driving and kicking and you just standing there, you gotta be able to make that shot. It don't make sense to drive and kick to drive again. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, that pick and roll, Capella, I think they have a good team. When we was going over stuff about where they end up, I think they still have a high record because, they play well. They can get W's in the regular season. That's what those two off humble. But my number 4,
brother,
is P. And my number 4
number
is
3.
Number 3. No, my number 4, because I just did number 5. My number 4 is Harden and.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're repeating. All
right. So my number 3 is the Splash Bros.
Okay.
So I'm going
Splash. That was my number 4.
I'm going Splash Bros at number 3. All health considered, I think they still a force to be reckoned with. It's gonna be weird to see them without KD now. New role players. How does D'Angelo Russell fit into that? He's a number 2 guy now. Will he be able to take a reduced role once Clay comes back? GM already said he not flipping Russell, like he's a part of his team. So, but everybody and their mama know they're gonna flip Russell for the right piece that they need. So it's gonna be fun to see how that season progresses. But all in all, at 100% health, the Splash Bros have won a title. Like you can't deny that. They're 2 of the hardest snipers that you ever seen paired up together. Steph, the best shooter ever. Clay, top 5 all time. It's these dudes are just different.
What has to happen with that team is not them. It's all surrounded by what depth. What depth are they gonna have? Because it's a point guard and a shooting guard, and the type of guards that they are, they're not like Harden and Westbrook, where it's like get your own shot, get to the rim. They're shooters. They're gonna need depth. If that team builds again and gets those players around them,
right? Yeah,
you're gonna have to definitely reckon with them.
The best thing that D'Angelo Russell brings to this team is both Splash Brothers don't have to be on the court at the same time.
Right.
Both of them on the court at the same time is hard to guard. 2 guys coming off screens, 1 guy's going to get a good look. If it's just Steph out there, if it's just Clay out there, you can key on 1 guy and 1 guy only, and the others that they had before just didn't, hold weight. So, like you said, it depends on what others they have. But if you got Steph and D'Angelo out there, you give Clay an early rest, come back, D'Angelo and Clay, give Steph a rest. As long as you keep that rotation of at least 2 of those 3 guys on the floor, it's going to be good to go.
Deuces.11 says he thinks Russell will fit in just fine.
Yeah, I think if Clay makes that transition to the 3,
I do too.
It honestly depends on his lateral movement from the injury to defend.
If Clay can play the 3, if Clay can play the 3, I'd love to see all 3 of them on the floor at the same time.
Yeah,
that would be really interesting. But again, are there enough basketballs to go around?
Yeah, I mean a fully healthy roster. You're looking at Steph, D'Angelo, Clay, Draymond, Willie Cauley-Stein. That's their 5. That's their 5 that they're gonna put out there.
They're pick and roll big.
So, I think that can get 4th in the West.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
All right. Number 2, PG and Kawhi. Not number 1 yet. I have them number 1 in wins and losses this year. But that's off team. Like, they got a strong team. But, like, duo pairing, I think it's Kawhi and then it's PG. Like, I don't think they're in the same. I think PG's like 2 classes below Kawhi.
PG's no way. He's 1 class.
Nah, I don't
PG's
think.
a top 20 player.
He's there, bro.
PG's a top 20
He's a top 20 player. Kawhi's top 5 player.
All right, so
that's like top 10, top 20.
Okay.
Like, I feel like he's
PG might be top 10.
Nah, bro. I can name 10 guys better than Paul George.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. But pairing, though.
Yeah.
Like how they pair together. You're going PG and
I think
Kawhi
PG.
too.
I think PG fits in this team. I think the team carries them to the wins. I think this
Bro,
team carries
PG,
them to 60 wins.
Bro, PG's a ball.
But PG
was balling at OKC.
I don't know. It just,
Okay.
it'll be enough to get them a number 1 seed. So that's why I'm putting him at number 2. His defensiveness will definitely help this team. But offensively, it's like, I think the ball's going through Kawhi. He's not going to average. I don't think Paul George, like, if we're going over under 22 points, I'm saying under. I don't think he's going to average that this year.
Dude, Paul George is still going to do what he did in OKC. Same thing.
Russell Westbrook deferred to Paul George. That's why Paul George was having an MVP season.
Kawhi's going
the shoulder.
Kawhi defers as well because
Kawhi don't defer to nobody.
Kawhi gives up. Kawhi will make the right pass. If PG's open, Kawhi's giving him the route. Kawhi's not a ball hawk.
Sure, but he's not getting as many shots as Kawhi. I don't think so.
He's a second shooter on the team. I think he's not gonna get his. He didn't get as many shots as Russ.
They had plays for PG, and Russ deferred his game for.
And they will have plays for PG.
They will, but I would say so. In a 22-point average, you going over?
No, I think he's gonna come in at the same spot. He's gonna come in at 22 to 24 a game.
Nah, you can book.
His numbers aren't dropping.
I think his numbers are dropping. I think he takes a dip this year.
Wow.
Like for a guy that was MVP, like third MVP voting, so now playing second fiddle to Kawhi, I think I think he will relish in the second guy role, like you were saying before.
Right.
I think he wants to be a second guy. Like he had his years of being the guy at Indiana.
Right.
Didn't work out. And that's not to his fault because they had good teams, just ran to LeBron.
Derek says Paul George is top 10 player.
No. 10 guys. We want to play 10 guys better than Paul George right now?
I don't think I can do it. You got to play it. I didn't say it. You got to play it. 10 guys better than Paul George. Go. And I don't have to say it. Okay. You made the statement.
All right. And then let me give it to my number 1.
Right.
I'll do that.
Clearly.
Number 1 is LeBron and AD. Like, that's just the best pairing. You got 2. You said AD was the top 10 guys, top 5 guys. 2 top 5 guys.
No!
No.
AD's not a top 5 player.
Top 5 player.
Oh, no wonder you said Paul George top 20. You on a different page.
He's a top 5 player.
No way.
There's no way. Like, I understand, wins and losses in New Orleans and all the other jazz, like how you feel about, you got to win. But his production, he's 7 foot and he can do everything. He's a defensive player of the year candidate every year. He protects the rim. He can score inside and out. He can go with either hand, and he's thick. He ain't little. He's not a little guy. He's a top 5 player.
Viewers disagree. Nick says AD is not top 5.
He's a top 5.
Derek
player.
wants to know, is LeBron top 5?
LeBron is number 1.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Actually, I still don't think LeBron's still the best player in the league. And if you try to go with last season, the guy got injured. So to me, injury doesn't dethrone you. What he does this year will either validate or it will bring him down off that pedestal. But to me, he's still the number 1 player in the league. I'm with you there, but I'm not with the AD top 5.
Top 5. There's no other big in the game that has his skill set.
I can name 5 other players before I get to him, though.
No.
That are better.
That are
players.
better. That are better players.
That are 5. I can name, because you really have to name. Well, you're saying Paul George is not top 10. I can name 5 guys that I think are better than AD. So I guess I can do that. I want to hear you name 10 guys better than PG though.
Let me you jabber.
Derek says we can't overlook him going into his 17th year and his numbers are inflated. Okay. Numbers inflated, I guess what? Because of the team he's on, his numbers are inflated. I mean, I'm looking at whole game. I'm looking at impact still too. I mean, yeah, that team, they had gotten up to the number 2 seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I get where you're going with that, Derek. I think we could agree to disagree. But let's not focus on me. Nick said he can name 7 better than AD. let's talk about this AD line. Let's come back over to him, like putting pressure on him.
Okay, well, you want me to do this 10?
So you're naming 10 better than Paul George.
Yeah, right now.
And who are you putting under AD? Bro, you gotta speak to
Okay, so off rip. So we're just going off top of the dome there. So I said we're not giving nobody no time.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I
So
think you got 2 questions to answer.
top 5 off rip. LeBron, Kawhi, AD, Steph, and I don't know who's fifth. I don't know.
Okay, where's James Harden at?
Harden, there we go. There's 5. AD's in that 5.
Oh.
You're not putting Russell Westbrook over AD.
Where you put Giannis in?
You're not putting Giannis over AD.
That was MVP in the league.
Okay, Giannis. Okay.
That's 5 before AD.
No, I didn't put him before AD.
Steph.
Okay.
Bron.
Yeah.
Giannis.
Okay.
Who else did you say?
Kawhi and AD.
Kawhi, Harden.
No.
What?
No. I'll take Anthony Davis.
KD. Yes.
Disqualified.
No, he's not disqualified. No injuries.
Disqualified.
No injuries.
Disqualified.
No, you're disqualified because of injury?
Yes.
Then disqualified LeBron then. He got hurt too.
But he's playing now. He's
No,
not hurt now.
sorry. No.
He played toward the end of the season.
Top 5, you know skill level. Don't do the disqualification because only reason you're disqualified is because we have 5 better than AD.
Okay.
That's why you're trying to use the injury bug.
Okay.
There's 5 better.
There's 5 better.
Thank you. There we go. You're a good man.
There's 5 better.
Way to go. Now give me 10 better than Paul George.
Okay.
Paul George is in that 10, bro.
He's not in that 10 for me.
Let's run him. Brian.
I feel like
We'll put AD in there. Let's name 9 guys, and then see what we got left. We know Bron. You got Bron, AD, Kawhi,
right.
Steph, Harden,
Giannis, right.
Okay, that's 6.
Okay.
Who else?
And then
is Kyrie in there?
Kyrie, you said Harden?
Said Harden already. Is Westbrook in the top 10?
Hold him off for a second.
Okay, what about Kyrie?
Embiid.
Okay. Embiid. That's 7. Dame. 8. I think PG deserves to be one of the 2. I think PG's 9.
I'll take Kyrie over.
Derek said Embiid as well.
I say Kyrie over PG. I just feel like
Kyrie over PG. Okay.
I just feel like we just missing people.
Okay, Kyrie over PG. Nick says Kyrie's not better than PG.
Kyrie's definitely better than PG.
Okay. We got Embiid on the list, Derek.
Yep.
I think PG's in top.
Jokic. I'm taking Jokic.
Joker?
I'm taking Joker. 2020 guy.
You can argue.
Number 1 seed in the West.
Nick said busted times.
Number 1 seed in the West. I'm taking Jokic over PG.
Okay.
And that's even without Russell Westbrook on the list.
All right. Okay. All right.
That's 10 guys. I named you 10 guys.
10. We can debate it, but you did name 10.
I named 10 guys.
Good. I won the argument about top 5.
Okay, top 5.
I like that.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Okay.
I forgot about KD.
You just disqualified too because of injury. That's how it goes.
I did. But it's just, and you can throw Clay in there too. I don't know if Clay's a top 10 guy, but he's, I think his talents.
I mean, the guy that
from his team is just diminished. Like his.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're gonna get to see his greatness now because
he's a 3-and-D guy. You can put.
Nick says you got 10 guys with some serious asterisks next to their names.
How? I mean, the first 7 are solid. You can at least say that. the first 7 are solid, right?
Yeah.
You can say LeBron, Giannis, Harden,
AD,
Steph.
Embiid.
I said Kawhi, Harden, all those guys.
You say Kawhi.
The first 7 are there. You know what I'm saying? Then when you add Dame and other guys in there,
you went Dame, Joker, Kyrie.
Yeah, Dame, Joker, Kyrie. You can do a toss up with PG there, but I would take those 3 guys before I take Paul George at this point in his career.
Okay,
I would take.
All right, you heard it.
And then a good toss up would be: would you take Clay or would you take PG?
I take Clay.
You take Clay? That's another guy on the list. All right, Nick, you taking Clay or you taking PG? Like if you had a toss up, schoolyard pick, starting a franchise.
I'm taking that shooter that loves to defend too. I'm taking that shooter. Clay out cold, man. Clay, I'm taking Clay. Mama call him Clay. I'm calling him Clay.
PG. Just for the sake of your argument.
Way to hold the line. Way to hold the line.
Just for the sake of your argument. I understand. Some people can't be as graceful as me and admit when they're
Oh
wrong.
man. Shots fired.
All right. So yeah, that was my list. My top 5. You did your top 5. Man, just talking about it, you just want the season to start.
I'm looking forward to the NBA season.
It's really going to be exciting. The parity this year is going to be great. East and West is going to be great. The matchups. I'm looking forward to the young Celtics, see what they do, seeing how Philly mesh together, see how Jimmy Butler leads Miami, seeing how the Pistons do, seeing if Giannis can repeat. All those things and more.
The Pistons?
Yeah, just make the playoffs.
Maybe Chris Paul comes to Detroit because they can't seem to find anywhere for him to go.
I think the Chris Paul thing is unfortunate.
It's sad.
I think it's unfortunate for Chris Paul because I believe if his contract was less, he would be a coveted player on the team.
Yeah, he has a bad.
Just because his contract is horrible, they're comparing his attributes to his contract.
Yeah.
And since they don't match up, now he's not worthy of being a point guard.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Done wrong.
So if he was making $7-8 million a year for a couple years, people will line up for that contract, for that talent, for that experience, and he can make big shots at big moments. He can lead teams. But for $44 million a year, it don't add up. That don't add up. So I think he's handcuffed to that contract and it's making him look bad.
Well, Indians are beating up on the Tigers again. Woohoo!
It's been a par for the course for almost a decade. Yeah, so that's sad. Unfortunately, I think he starts the year with OKC. Maybe he gets traded to maybe Miami or something like that. But
trade deadline move.
Yeah, he starts the season with him. Him and what's the Australian dude? They might actually work together.
Let's change the subject.
All right. Let's pivot over to college football.
Yes.
We are in the state of Michigan, and there was some Michigan football news on Twitter today. Logged on to Twitter, and I saw Harbaugh trending. Every time we see Harbaugh trending, it could be one thing. He didn't open his mouth.
At this time of year, definitely.
So he didn't open his mouth. He was on a podcast. Somebody asked him about Ohio State, Urban Meyer. His quote, don't direct me, you can see it online. His quote was, great coach, but controversy follows him everywhere he goes. Twitter blew up on that. It was pretty much, I think it was 50-50 in the reaction of first I'm upset about his comments, and then you fact check it. It's true.
It's very true.
It's very true what he said.
Yep.
I think the pettiness of the comment comes not because you don't get to face him anymore. Now you're speaking out on it. That's the part where I'm like, you could say things while I still get a chance to play against you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know now that I think about it, because first of all, Twitter beefs are started oftentimes by people on Twitter, not by the person that said stuff.
Well, I mean, obviously the guy who had Harbaugh on his podcast knew the quote.
Oh, for sure.
Knew the quote to pub his joint.
He got to get his clicks.
Yeah, so that was a quote that he pulled out to pub his joint, and now it's trending. So kudos to him. So context-wise, don't know the whole conversation.
So,
but the comment is accurate.
The comment's very accurate, one, but two, he made comments like when Meyer was a coach. So he did make statements. He would take shots at D'Antoni. He would take shots at Meyer that were always, cloak and dagger, of course. I mean, they're always like very true general statements that have an undertone of pettiness. So I don't know if I'm going to qualify it as petty because of the whole like Meyer's not there anymore, so therefore he can't defend himself. But is it petty? Yeah, it's petty just because it's petty. Like it's just like unnecessary. It's like
you didn't have to say
you didn't
that?
have to say it.
Okay.
Like that's my thing. Yeah, it's petty because you have to say it. Like you could have just said, which we hear guys do this all the time, kind of just pay respect to one another when you're trying not to pull up bulletin board material.
Mhm.
So you say things like, "He's a phenomenal coach, has a great record everywhere."
Right.
But then when you add that extra little piece, that makes it petty.
Right.
So it's like you didn't have to say that part. So therefore, to me, it becomes petty. However, I only say however because I don't want to disqualify what I just said. I'll say it like this. He definitely is consistent though. Like the dude makes comments every summer. I think part of it is it being petty, but he's a former player.
Mhm.
So I think part of it is he likes to stir the pot.
Yeah.
The player in him, the competitiveness in him likes to stir the pot. Now, some are gonna like it, some gonna hate it.
Right.
And I think that's just that's what you get when he's your head coach.
Right.
But so to say yes, it's petty, it is petty. Not necessarily because Urban can't defend himself. I think it's just petty because he just didn't have to say it. Like you could have said to give the man his accolades or his flowers and then let him go. But of course, you're a former Michigan player.
Yeah.
And he's an Ohio
And then plus
guy.
you don't know the content of the question.
And right, we don't know what the context was.
The question could have been something alluding to the controversy.
Which is probably why it didn't get like real good pub. It only got the Twitter pub.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I couldn't find it anywhere else.
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
Okay.
It was like the third trending topic in Michigan.
Twitter. Way to go. I got to get on Twitter because I'm losing. I'm behind. I got to get caught up because my son's going to need Twitter in a couple years.
Hey, get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. But yeah, I just think it was really, I think the only distasteful part about it is you can't go against that guy anymore. Like, it's just,
Fair.
like, say something while I can still coach against you.
Fair.
So I can shut you up.
Fair.
You know?
Yeah.
You already got a losing record against me and you still speaking my name. Let me put some more on you. That's as the other guy, that's what I would be feeling right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can feel that.
Like, you know, you saying my name while I can't do nothing about it. You know, that's just you just adding bullets and board material for the next coach to come up.
I'm sure
Because Urban Meyer is going to be in that locker room on that day during that game.
For sure.
Firing these dudes up.
Sure. For sure. And I don't think we've heard the last of Urban Meyer on that topic. I don't think so. I think he's going to definitely come.
Oh, you think he's going to
Yeah, I think we're going to get something back.
Okay.
They've never been him and D'Antonio and Harbaugh have never minced words. If the other says something, something's going to get said back.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to hear something being said back pretty soon.
Okay. But you're not disappointed in your ball coach?
No. I think this is just what so I'm not the fan that's like, man, shut up and win first. Like, I realize that we're like 32-5 in the last like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've had 3 10-win seasons. Like before, if you think about where we were at Brady Hoke to now, I'm very pleased. Would I like to beat Ohio State? Absolutely. Would I like to continue to beat Michigan State? Absolutely.
Please
So
is a strong word.
I know I'm pleased. I'm pleased. Do I want to be in the college football national? We're like 2 inches from the college football playoff 2 years ago. You know, on a questionable spot.
Yeah.
So besides that, we got popped by Ohio State 3 other times. I don't like that. But I'm pleased with he turned this program around. To me, this is the year. Like you have to win the Big Ten this year.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. I see nothing else. I'm disappointed this year, and I don't usually say these statements. I'm disappointed this year we don't win the Big Ten.
Okay.
I'm
Book it.
Yep. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed.
Well,
if you watch us live on Facebook, make sure you switch over to YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. We are live on YouTube right now. I'll be shutting down my Facebook feed here in a couple minutes. We are live on YouTube right now. So make sure you jump over to YouTube. Just search us. Look for our faces. When you find our faces, it'll say Academy Sports Show live. You just click right on the link. You'll be right into our live feed, looking at us the same way you're looking at us on Facebook.
And trigger that bell for a notification every time we go live. You shall know because your phone will tell you so.
That's right.
All right, let's still keep it in the local spot. NFL news. Man, the Lions was talked about today on National. I was like, okay, I'm just walking past. I see Lions Den. I was like, hey, there we go, Lions. Let's make it.
I would have just
First of all, subplot. First take the last 2 weeks without Stephen A. has been horrible.
Yes.
Ryan Hollins.
He's the worst. Bro, he is the biggest gas bag ever.
Ryan Hollins is worse,
Dude, it's like he's purposely saying stupid stuff.
Him and what's the other guy they had on there? LeBron's Damon Jones. They had a show with just Damon Jones and Ryan Hollins and some random shit.
Was that the one?
No Molly.
Yeah, no Molly. I remember that.
It was like.
Was that the one Damon Jones was going hard on Ryan Hollins though?
I don't know.
Because of like some comment he made. Okay, maybe it's different.
But
yeah, sometimes they do that with the three of them. I'm like, this is the
I've never watched a full episode of Skip and Shannon. But
Yeah.
I watched Skip and
changed
Shannon.
it.
I changed it after that. I watched Skip and Shannon after that. Like their ratings had to go up because this Ryan Hollins, like, bro, like, did you average them
expand
points?
your screen, expand it so it fills up the whole screen. That might be wise to it. Yeah.
Did you like average 10 points in your career? Like,
Bro.
I remember they had Shaq on. They showed it like Shaq just dunked on him.
Yeah. And then when Shaq came on the show, he like dogged him out too.
Like, why
Bro.
is this guy talking?
I can't
Max
stand
kills
listening
him all the time.
all the time.
Max kills this dude every time. It's like, yeah, maybe he'll average more than 4 points. like
Bro, like he's not even credible. Like Dan Orlovsky as an NFL analyst is more credible than Ryan Hollins. And I struggle with him too. I'm like, dude, how did you get?
That's a stretch.
Like, why do you have this job? You didn't do anything.
You ran out the back of the end zone, and didn't know.
Forward down the field.
Backwards off the field. All right, but they was talking about Stafford today, and they asked, was Stafford overrated? And what I find interesting, because we have this conversation every single year
All the time.
about Stafford, and you have one way of looking at it, and I have one way of looking at it. But in my line of work, I get a lot of out-of-towners. And a lot of out-of-towners, they talk about their teams, and then they ask me about mine. And I had a guy, even this morning, was like, well, at least you got that Stafford guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Stafford, good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Kill for a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And here it's like, that bum Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
Get that bum out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of the line that they were towing. Like, he is a good quarterback. He's a good, serviceable quarterback. Does he deserve the money? No. But is that the market right now for quarterbacks? Yes. So you can't deny it because he would have got paid that much by anybody else. So, but he don't win the games. He does not win the games. He'll win you some games, but he don't win you the games. Has he not had a consistent offensive line his whole career? Yes. Has he not had a running game at all his entire career? Yes. Has he had inconsistent coaching staffs his entire career? Yes. Has he had horrible ownership his entire career? Yes. But if you want to be put in a bracket of quarterbacks that are elite to sub-elite, those guys at least win football games against their rivals and make it to the playoffs every once in a while. We never make the playoffs. We had 3 appearances in Caldwell, right? But other than that, we don't eat fans. You're a Pro Bowl alternate. You never just outright make the Pro Bowl, right? You're an alternate.
Only like 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah, but just, I mean,
we already know he's not a top 5 quarterback.
I am on the fence, but I would say
With him being good,
I would say he's overrated.
so I have to defer to you because this is your team.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have some emotion involved, and that emotion we all know sometimes can
Does
cause
that
you
emotion
a
disqualify?
little irrational,
Okay.
a little irrational.
All right.
What are you? Listen, what you can't have the top guys. They're on other teams. You take him away, and who do you want? What?
And that's the thing. You take him away. We first have the same record. When he was here,
Not true. No.
5 wins, 6 wins. It's probably the same thing without him.
Sir, all of your top
5 wins are the same thing as 3 wins. It's the same thing.
All of your top quarterbacks have some form of help.
Mm-hmm.
Something. You named all the right categories: ownership, running game, offensive line, coaching, and somebody to throw it to.
You can't say that.
This is why I'm going to hold on. This is why I'm going to say it. Because there are quarterbacks that don't have anybody to throw it to that are better than him and are elite. Okay? Elite. There's only three elite quarterbacks in this league. 3. Then you have the sub-elites. Then you have the good. He is, to me, a good quarterback, and he is not overrated. The guy has done his best with what you guys have given him, which is nothing.
He's had to me, throw the rock.
Sir, he had Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, Roy Williams, who was a Pro Bowler in them early years. And then he had Calvin Johnson. Then he had Golden Tate.
Okay, listen. Why would Roy Williams and Calvin Pro Bowlers? Somebody had to throw them the football.
Exactly.
Okay. So when he had that guy. Okay, so when he had that guy, he had a guy. Let's not. Golden Tate's not in the Roy Williams, Calvin Johnson category. Golden Tate was
a good receiver.
He's a good receiver.
He wasn't an elite receiver.
He's not gonna take. Yeah, he was not elite. You look at if you name. Would you say Devontae Adams is elite?
He's getting there.
Okay.
He's damn near almost there.
Almost there. Okay.
Yeah. He's your sub-elite guy.
Brady never had an elite guy, right? Well, yeah, Randy.
Yeah, lost for 1 year.
Okay, for 1 year.
He made everybody else.
Okay, so you can name the quarterbacks that make a guy. There's Brady, there's A-Rod, and Russell. You probably got to put Mahomes in as elite.
You can't tell yet until he gets sub-elite talent around him. He has an all-elite talent around him.
Okay.
He had an elite running back. He got an elite speed wide receiver and elite tight end.
They threw 50 touchdowns.
Because he had elite weapons.
But A-Rod can throw 50 without elite weapons. So,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. But at the end of the day, the argument of overrated. No. To me, Detroit fans, Lions fans are the most ungrateful fans when it comes to this guy.
Ungrateful? He don't win nothing.
Ungrateful.
He don't win, bro.
His team sucks every year.
He don't win.
They suck every year, bro. He needs help.
Bro, when we had a dominant defense, he still didn't win.
When was that?
When we had Sue.
And who else?
And Fairley. We had a dominant line.
Bro, Fairley played like 4 games.
No, get out of here, bro. There was a good pairing.
No, you had a nice dominant line. And then what? You couldn't cover anybody.
Come on, bro.
Guys, this is the thing. How do you knock a guy so much when he has 0? He doesn't have a running back.
I gave you that.
I know. You gave me everything. You basically said the dude has nothing.
But still win some games. Win some games. Win some games.
He does. He 5 to 7 a year.
He's had wide receivers, bro.
And they won some games.
But beat the people that's meant
to
be
so now we're going to move the needle.
Yeah, keep going.
Now it's beat
the Packers.
Bro, they were almost, were they not almost in the playoffs? They were almost in the playoffs when he had played.
They collapsed.
But were they almost there?
Because he sucked.
Oh.
Is the quarterback not the most important player in the NFL?
Yes, but your defense also couldn't stop anybody.
There's been horrible defenses, and quarterbacks have made up for it.
Who?
Peyton Manning. So that the defenses.
When he was,
they made the playoffs every year.
When he was the Colts?
Yes.
They had a good defense.
Never had a good defense. When they went to the Super Bowl, then they got good. But they weren't good during the year.
He had an elite defense in Denver.
I'm talking about Colts. Of course, he had an elite defense in Denver. He was the trash one in.
Right here.
He was the trash one in.
I'm gonna put it right here to make my argument good. No, bro. Like I can see if this dude had some help from somewhere.
Aaron Rodgers never had great defense.
No, he doesn't. But he's had great wide receivers.
He's had.
Bro, he made
Jordan. He made Jordan.
Right, but okay.
He made Jordan.
But they were still good. They caught everything, bro.
He made Jordan. He made Randall. You can say he made Devontae.
Listen, you gotta take him out the combo. Take Tom out the combo. They're elite guys.
Russell I say Russell's elite. I don't
Take
know
no, yeah, I'm good with that. Take
Okay.
so they come out of combo. Let's look at your good quarterbacks.
Okay.
He's a good quarterback. He's not over. Nobody's making him elite. If you make him elite, that's overrated. To be overrated, good? No.
Okay.
He's good.
In the sub elite kind of good context, would you take him over Cam or Ryan? Matt Ryan.
I would take him over Matt Ryan. I wouldn't take him over Cam. But I'm a Cam guy.
Thank you for uncovering your biases.
Let's just be honest. I'm the open and honest, guys. I'm a fan of Cam.
Okay.
But I'm not taking him. I'll take him over Matt Ryan. The guy can put the ball anywhere. He can change the arm angles. He can do all those things. This dude has given his whole career to this city and never once complained about the fact that they won't get him a running back. They keep drafting guys, these fast running backs who can't run on first and second down. The play calling, his offensive coordinators have been horrible. The play calling's been bad. The coach's job is to at least put the guy in position to win. The problem that I have with Lions fans is y'all want to look at him like you want to almost compare him to elite, but he's not that. And you're almost like you're holding him to that.
Overall draft pick.
Yep.
And he's making elite money.
And he has changed this franchise. This franchise was still, sir, this franchise was
still crappy. What are you talking about?
You would be even worse if you didn't have it.
Oh,
and y'all, so that's why I said
6 wins and 3 wins this season.
That's what I call ungrateful.
It's the same thing.
That's ungrateful, right?
Same thing.
Hey, that's what I call ungrateful. Y'all not great. Listen, we've both been fans of 0-16 teams, sir. 0-16.
And we trying to find our Baker. That's all.
Okay, but why
y'all ain't it?
Okay, so try to find your Baker without hating on the man that's giving y'all like 12 years of his life. And
you give me 12 years and you do nothing.
He's done something. You win games.
What games?
Y'all win 6 to 8 games a year. Be happy.
Troll.
No.
Troll.
He's good. The question is he
good.
Overrated? No.
He's overrated.
Oh, to what?
To be a number 1 overall draft pick, to be the face of the franchise,
what should
to
he
make
be?
the money that
he should
makes,
be A-Rod?
He should be
A-Rod.
elite.
Oh,
he should be elite. Yeah. He is not elite.
He should be sub-elite.
He should not.
And if he was sub-elite, that means he would have some help because the sub-elite guys have help.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Matt Ryan has help. He has Julio.
Well, we have Megatron, and you squandered that away.
Almost made the playoffs.
Squandered it away.
You got beat by a bad man. That's what happened. I'm sorry. Hey, he gets beat twice a year by a really good guy.
Win one of those games. That's what I'm asking.
Well, if he has a good
team,
maybe he can. Didn't they just win one recently?
Yeah,
okay. So there you go.
Beat him twice. I just make the playoffs.
Jeez.
Like the bar. Listen, this is the bar for Lions fans.
Oh,
what you laugh at all the time. The bar. Make the playoffs. Win one game. That's what we ask.
That's what you're asking.
Make the playoffs. Win one game. That's what we ask.
Unreasonable thing.
That is such a low bar.
That is not.
That is such a low
bar. That's
a
high bar for a franchise that hasn't been in the playoffs in 25 years.
That's such a low bar.
Sir, listen to me.
What's your bar right now for the Cleveland Browns?
The current Cleveland Browns?
Yeah.
Playoffs.
Thank you.
That you just proved my point.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
What, sir?
Your franchise has been crappy for as long as ours.
We have players now.
Okay?
We have players. Sir, coming into last year, where was my bar?
5 wins?
3 wins.
3 wins.
Just give me 3.
Yeah, you do it.
That's what I'm asking you.
You had a rookie quarterback.
Sir? No.
You had a rookie quarterback that you didn't know. You felt some type of way, but you didn't know all the way.
You to
now you know.
Stop being fanatic.
Now you know. So now that you know, it's playoffs.
So I'm talking to the fan right now. Not talking.
If this was his first year, it's like, okay, these 3, 4, 5 1 seasons. All right, he getting his footing. This nigga's 10.
Matt Stafford
been here for like 10 years.
Sir, Matt Stafford's never giving you playoffs, so why y'all keep setting that bar,
bro?
Set the bar.
We gotta expect something from a dude eventually, right?
Sir, you know.
You just keep accepting mediocrity.
No, you accept your organization to do something to make your team better. How about that? Help the brother out. That's what I'm saying. Help. Hashtag help Matt Stafford out.
One of the greatest wide receivers ever, and they did nothing.
No, they did more.
One of the most.
You almost made the playoffs.
And they did nothing.
Why? Why'd they do nothing?
Nothing.
Because you can't throw the ball 50 times a game to Megatron. Then when they did something, then what y'all do?
Drew Brees throw the ball 50 times.
No, hold on. Then when they did something, y'all got mad. Stop throwing it to Megatron so doggone much. Throw it to everybody else. The fans, stop being fanatical. Stop setting this high bar for an organization that you know isn't even capable of that right now. Lower your expectations to where then you won't be so disappointed every year. But if you're fanatical, be fanatical. Expect them to go to the playoffs. Y'all come into every season talking about make the playoffs. With who? With what on your team? You asked me last year, I gave you 3 wins. 2 years ago, I didn't even talk about my team. I talked about my other team. Why? Because I don't talk about that team because they were 0-16. Packers make the playoffs. That's the expectation. Why? Because they won Super Bowls. They made the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers. So that's the bar. Why is y'all bar so high? And y'all ain't never been. Y'all ain't been there. I mean, I say never. I mean, y'all won a championship back in 1954 or something like that. Why is your bar so high? I understand hope, but lower the bar, sir. Then you won't be so disappointed.
You wouldn't say that to nobody else.
I would.
You wouldn't say that.
I asked the Pistons fans, why y'all excited every year about the AC? You know that's my mantra. Be good or be bad. Quit getting happy about the middle. But it's unrealistic. Why are you going into this going, make the playoffs, Matt Stafford, and poor ownership, and no O-line, no running game, poor play calling, poor coaching, nobody to throw it to. But make the playoffs, though, Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford.
No, you're asking Matt Stafford to be Tom Brady, and he's not. If that's Tom Brady, Tom, you have no receivers, a running game we don't know of, but a machine of an O-line and a great coach. Win the Super Bowl every year, sir. That's the expectation. You're asking Matt Stafford to be Tom Brady because Lions fans, y'all want a Tom Brady guy. Y'all want a big name guy. And so you hold Matt Stafford to that, but that's not Matt Stafford. It's never been Matt Stafford. But he's better than not having anybody.
And that's why he's overrated.
No, he's not overrated because everybody says he's good. Except for y'all.
Overrated.
Y'all overrate the guy who's good.
He hasn't met expectations.
He was supposed to. I can't. We're going to keep going. I can't. Nope. I can't.
Okay, well, listen. We can agree to this.
We have to. We talk about this once a year. And I tell you, get off his back. Get off his back, bro. Y'all get off his back. Y'all want him to be Aaron Rodgers.
We want him to win football games.
Get him
as the quarterback.
Get him a team.
Or just win by yourself.
Just get him a team.
Win by yourself.
He's not that guy.
Win by yourself. That means you're overrated.
No, it doesn't.
That means you're overrated.
No,
for the money you make for the number 1 overall draft pick, face of the franchise, taking up a third of the salary.
Where would you be?
That means you're overrated.
Where would you be?
In the same boat with 3 less wins.
Exactly.
So instead of being 6-10, we could be 3-13.
You guys are
it's the same freaking thing. Instead of picking 9th, we'll pick 2nd. Who cares?
You guys are a middle tier team that sometimes maybe could be better, but you don't do anything about it.
Cut them.
All right.
I can't wait. Cut them after the end of this year. Trade them. Get rid of them. Tank and get Trevor Lawrence. That would be
your pipe dream.
My ultimate.
You do know that is your dream scenario.
That would be my ultimate scenario for the Detroit Lions.
I know. He's good. That's all he has ever been. He's good. You guys are just mad that he's not elite. Stop being mad.
Well, how come we can't be mad that he's not elite? If we paying him all this money,
you can. He's not overrated though. He's good. He's always been good. Guy's gonna throw for 5,000 yards a year. He puts up numbers.
5,000 yards?
He puts up numbers every year. 4,500, 4,600 yards a year. Every year. Throws you touchdowns. Makes some really good throws. But he throws the ball he
throws the ball to the other team.
To Marvin Lewis.
And he goes 6 straight drives, 3 and out.
Because his offensive coordinator calls the same plays
still the other team to play
all the time. Every time, bro. They come out on first down. RPO up the middle. Second down. RPO up the middle. Third down. I wonder what he's going to do. He's going to throw it. They have zero play action game. They have zero. What was the matter of fact? When was the last time you saw them run play action? Where he's under center and a straight I form, single back play action, throw the ball down the field. They don't do it all the time. They do nothing to put this dude in position to win. Besides say, hey, shotgun, throw it 45 times a game. Dude, if I'm throwing the ball 45 to 60 times a game, I am going to throw it to the other team sometimes. Well, when the other team knows I'm going to throw it all the time and knows there's no running game, so all we're going to do is turn your front line loose and drop back. Come on, bro. Y'all are ridiculous when it comes to this. Give the guy some help. Put a team around them. Then let's see what happens. Even the basic guys get players. It's horrible. But you're a fan. I know. Emotions run high. You really want something more than what your team's going to give you, and you want to blame. You need somebody to blame. I understand, Lions fans. Y'all need somebody to blame. Stop. Don't forget you can follow us on Instagram at Academy Sports Show. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on YouTube. That's all it is. You can follow us on YouTube at Academy Sports Show. Also, you can listen to us on podcast. If you listen to us right now, it's the weekend. You're listening to us on podcast. Sorry for the technical difficulties with this episode, but you listen to us on I forgot the dog. Oh God! On SoundCloud, SoundCloud.com. You're an Android user. You go to SoundCloud. Oh God, help us! You go to SoundCloud.com. And you can follow us on SoundCloud. Listen to us. Click the bell. Subscribe every time we post our pod. It'll be there. We appreciate all those that have been liking our podcast. We also always appreciate everybody listening and liking. You can also follow us on iTunes. We're on iTunes as well. You can just go to the Purple Podcast app and follow us there as well. So if you're interested in sponsorship, you want to have your read read live on our show, and you can also hear it multiple times on our pod, then you can hit us up at Academy Sports Show. That's with 2 S's, Academy Sports Show at gmail.com. We'll talk it through, see if we can get you on here. So we definitely want to thank our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show Podcast. What is happening right now? You know what? This right here tells me that you just needed to vent. You're just fanatical. You need to vent. You're starting to come that time of year, and you're preparing your heart for another setup of disappointment. But I'm telling you, go into this year.
Glad we did get hard knocks this
year. Yeah, I'm not. I want to see that. Don't forget, if your back hurts, or maybe you're just sad.
Your soul hurts.
You're just sore. Your heart hurts. Your neck hurts. Something hurts. Hit up Be Well Integrative Massage Specialist. They specialize in therapeutic massages, integrating the mind, body, and the spirit, which is a little bit of what Dre needs right now. You can call them for an appointment at 313-472-5048. Again, that's 313-472-5048. Or you can go online to www.choosetobewell.com. Again, that's www.choosetobewell. That's with the number 2, not the letters T and O. Choosetobewell.com for the list of various services and pricing. Licensed therapists ready to serve you and help out a poor old soul like this. Be Well Integrative Massage Specialists. They are the therapy you need. Also, don't forget, if you're interested in buying, selling, renting, leasing, or investing in real estate, or if you're looking for a career change, call my man Nick Bowers and his team at Keller Williams Lakeside. Let the home team help you with your real estate needs. Go to their website at www.thehometeamusa.com or on Facebook at The Home Team. The Home Team, a team you can depend on. Call Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. Again, that's Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. KW Lakeside, The Home Team. Nick, appreciate you again for the help on my air conditioner.
Jay.
Find something. Come on. You can do it. It's okay.
And our sponsor, Vaughn Plumbing, both licensed and insured. Vaughn Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices, whether it's just getting up to cold, waterproofing. Is it waterproofing? Yeah, waterproofing or just daily home services. Call the man.
313-304-7786.
VaughnsPlumbing.com also gives you the map of where they provide their services as well as the list of services that they do provide, the quotes and all that other jazz. You want to get the man on the horn.
313-304-7786.
Tell them the guys from the Academy Sports Show sent you. That man right there is the real MVP.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford. You want to know what his Madden rating is for this year?
What is it?
Yes.
82.
79.
He's good.
79 is not good. At least using the 80s.
He's just good.
He's in the same boat.
Eagles and Cowboys are
as Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Andy Dalton, and Marcus Mariota at a 79.
Baker Mayfield's pretty good. You're looking for a Baker Mayfield, aren't you?
Baker Mayfield has his whole career ahead of him.
Okay.
Matt Stafford's
so
already like 40 years in.
Again, fanatical. Now we're resorting to Madden ratings. Is that what we're doing now? Yeah. The Eagles and Cowboys are the top 2 rated teams on Madden.
Andy Dalton.
What do you think about that?
Higher than Matt.
What do you think about that?
What?
Eagles and Cowboys are the number 1 team.
I don't believe that.
Okay, so then why are we putting so much stock in Madden ratings?
Because the players.
Do you just need something? You need something. It's okay. Just stop.
He's horrible.
Oh my God. He's not horrible. I'm not gonna do this with you right now. He's not horrible. Stop doing it.
End this, but I just want to end it with Matt Stafford is the worst, and we need a new quarterback. Fire him immediately so we can tank and get Trevor Lawrence.
All right.
The end.
Have a great show, everybody.
You did the socials
have a great
and
week.
all that other stuff. Was that when I was crying?
Yes.
Okay.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week. 1 week closer to our season starting, and everybody excited.
Don't you love football talk? We get back in the swing of it.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it. I can't wait to watch the Lions lose again.
Oh.
Have a good night, everybody. Talk to you soon.
You talk all that crap.
Yeah, because you need to lower your expectations.
I want the Browns to suck.
You do
that.
I know you do.
How does that make you feel?
You control me. It's normal. You should. You're a Lions fan.
I want the Browns to win 3 games next year.
You're a Lions fan.
3 games.
That's not good. They are going to win 3 games and more.
In total.
Yeah, that's fine. You can.